Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Risk Management Program Preview Session. I would first like to thank everyone for taking time out of your day today to learn about our program. My name is Christine Stevens-Gossel, and I'm the Program Manager for this program. So just as an FYI for you, this session is being recorded, so if you need to leave partway through or would like to share the information with a colleague or your manager, it will be posted onto our website within the next few days. Did you know that McMaster University Continuing Education also has a YouTube channel? All of our program previews can be found there for later viewing. If you have any questions during this program preview, please feel free to type them into the chat box, and I encourage you to type in your questions as they arise, but I will wait until the end of the preview to answer them. So here's our agenda for today. I'll explain the program options, the Risk Management Certificate of Completion, and the Business Administration Diploma with a Risk Management concentration. We'll look at some of the program details and the online format, and we'll have a quick look at the schedule. I will explain more about the CRM designation and how to obtain this. We're also going to hear from John Alamo, who is the president at BizRisk Solutions, and is our instructor here for our in-class courses. And he's going to talk about the risk management industry as a whole. Then at the end of the presentation, I'll answer any of the questions that you might have. So we'll just continue from here. Our risk management program will give newcomers and experienced professionals a fantastic foundation to the core areas of risk management. No matter what the industry you're working in, albeit insurance, healthcare, education, finance, banking, or IT, our program is approved by the Global Risk Management Institute, so it meets the educational requirements you need to earn your CRM designation. Our instructors have their CRM designation and many years of industry experience, so they're able to lend first-hand information right into your program learning. The program is offered in person and online in every semester to meet your learning needs. Our students come from a variety of roles within the business world. They also take our program for a variety of reasons. Traditionally, students were almost from the insurance industry, but that's no longer the case. As I said earlier, we have people from IT and business and banking and finance and insurance. 90% of our students have a post-secondary education already, either from a university degree or a college diploma. 60% complete the Risk Management Certificate of Completion, and the other 40% do the Business Administration Diploma with a concentration in risk management. So the first option here is a Certificate of Completion. So students will complete the 3 risk management courses to earn a certificate of completion. All 3 courses must be completed through the McMaster Continuing Education offices in order to certificate. Most of the students complete the 3 courses and then complete the Global Risk Management Institute designation, which is much sought after for working in the field of risk management. The Business Administration program with a concentration in risk management requires you to complete the 3 risk courses plus 5 business administration courses. These 5 courses will provide a great understanding of the knowledge and skills needed to be successful in business. No matter if it's nonprofit, for-profit, IT, healthcare, education, or risk, people need to understand how business works. Risk courses and business admin courses can be completed at the same time, and you don't need to do one before the other. And for the business courses, if you are new to business, I might suggest that you would take the Business Foundations course first. Otherwise, there's no particular order in which you need to complete them. So the 5 business administration courses that we have are Business Communications, Foundations of Business Finance, Business Foundations, Introduction to Marketing, and Organizational Behavior. So no matter what option you choose, you have the ability to complete all 3 risk courses no matter what. So let's have a closer look at the 3 risk management courses. Risk Management Principles and Practice. This course is the first course in a series of 3, and is a basic overview of what the field of risk management is and what jobs in risk management look like, why it's important, and how to effectively manage risk. And it's a great foundational course, and our instructors are well versed in the beginner levels, intermediate levels, and advanced levels in risk management. The Risk Management Assessment and Treatment course is the second in the series, and this course goes into more detail and focuses on how to identify, assess, and properly manage risk. The Risk Finance course is the final course and deals with understanding how to properly manage the financial aspects of risk. More detailed course descriptions can be found on our website. The courses should be completed in sequence as they build on each other. Each course lasts 8 weeks for online courses and 30 weeks for the in-person course. Courses are offered online or in person throughout the year. So check our website to see when the courses will be offered in your desired format. So our instructors. Our instructors are practitioners in the field. They are not full-time McMaster faculty. They currently work and they are familiar with the current best practices, and they will also share their real-world experience in each one of your classes to help you understand the concepts and apply them into workplace practice. All of our instructors have their CRM designation. The academic courses. These courses were developed in partnership with the Faculty of Business, and they go through the same university approval process as degree courses. The courses are developed at a first or second year undergraduate level so that you know that these are rigorous but yet still manageable. Assignments and grades. Each course is unique, but you can expect to find quizzes, an exam, assignments, case studies, and discussions. We're also very much leaning forward to the WebEx and Zoom participation, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. You'll earn a grade for each course, and your grade will be listed on an official McMaster transcript. Course materials. All of the courses that you require for this program have a textbook. Also, they will have a guidebook as well too. These materials are purchased separately after you enroll and pay for a course. The textbook will obviously have the materials that you need, but the guidebook will have case studies and the ability for you to check out what the readings are and how to apply the numbers and the structure to case studies that will help better inform learning. The materials must be purchased online at McMaster Campus Store website, and you can expect to spend approximately $300 per course for each one of the courses. The class sizes. Typically, online courses will have anywhere from 35 to 50 students. In-person courses are a lot less and will typically only have about 20 to 25 students. This is ensuring that all of our students get one-on-one individual attention. Transfer credits. Transfer credit is not permitted if you are solely pursuing the 3 courses for the risk management certificate. If you intend to complete the business administration diploma with a risk management concentration, you can transfer up to 2 courses into the program from previous education. As long as the transfer courses are 80% similar to the courses that we offer and were completed within the last 5 years, and you earned a grade of C- or better, you can check out our website for more details about transfer credits. The learning management system. McMaster University Center for Continuing Education uses a learning management system branded as Avenue to Learn. This shares content and communicates with students, and it's used in both in-person and online courses. More for the online courses and the in-person courses mainly as tracking. We have plenty of Avenue to Learn training courses and videos available on our YouTube channel, and so if you just look up our CCE YouTube channel, you can see any of the videos that'll be relevant to you. The accelerated learning. The accelerated courses are a new addition to the program, and students have been very enthusiastic about completing a course in just 8 weeks. An accelerated course means that you'll spend more time during the 8-week session as opposed to the 13-week course length. You can expect to spend 8 to 10 hours per week doing readings, discussion posts, and about 3 times in the 8-week period, you're going to have an online webinar, which is a one-on-one, really great way to discuss any course issues or to discuss any issues with your instructor. So if you cannot absolutely attend because of other commitments, please know that they will be archived, but the real benefit is in the interaction with the instructor. So if you can make it to that online session, it's all the better for you and for your learning. The instructor will also provide his or her email address as well too, if there are other ways you need to connect with them. Our instructors are very interactive with these courses, and you will see the instructor online almost daily as the material in these accelerated courses goes by very quickly. In the learning management system, you are able to communicate with your instructor by email. Sometimes our instructors, as I was saying, will give an alternative email address where they can be reached. Often courses typically recorded instructor presentations, which provides the lecture component of the course. Again, this is accessed through our learning management system called Avenue to Learn, or A2L as we often call it. And there's some good content in the live sessions through WebEx or Zoom. The instructors will walk you through attending these sessions prior to it actually being held. Group discussions. So for our upcoming winter sessions and beyond, we have changed the element, this particular element of the courses. And see, we will have no more group work going forward as we feel this is an intense enough course as it is, and we've packed it with materials, so therefore it's difficult to schedule work and group presentations. So the 9 to 11 hours per week per course is what you'll need to feel comfortable and in control of the pace of the course. Some students can either be more or less in terms of the hours. It all depends on your learning style and the amount of hours and what you feel you need as an individual learning student. So here's a little bit about the schedule. So as you'll see, in the white boxes that you'll see under the fall, winter, and spring sessions is when the in-class courses are being held. All of the grade-in boxes are when the online courses will be held. So you'll see that no matter when you decide that you're going to start, you'll be able to complete those courses in sequence. So just a quick recap of the designation process. So if you're interested in earning your Canadian Risk Management or your CRM designation, you must successfully complete the 3 risk management courses offered by McMaster Continuing Education and the 3 standardized exams that go with each course. The 3 standard exams are administered by the Center for Continuing Education, and then after you've completed your certificate, then you make arrangements to go and write an exam for the designation with the Global Risk Management Institute. So the registration and the payment for the Global Risk Management Institute exams is completely managed through them. So now I'd like to introduce you to John Alemo. John has been teaching in the risk management program for quite some time, and listening to him speak about risk management and his passion for risk management is really something. So I'll switch over to the interview right now, and then I'll come back and then we'll do the question and answer period.
So first, let's start by asking John to give us a little bit of a background on his experience in the risk industry.
Thanks, Todd. So I've been in the insurance industry for about 28 years now, and I've had my CRM designation since 1996. Throughout my entire career, risk has always been a part of everything I've done, and finding solutions for customers and helping them effectively manage their businesses is something I've always done in my career and I've always enjoyed doing. My current role right now, managing transportation captive, is all about effective risk management.
So can you just tell us a bit about risk management, why it's important, and why should businesses be thinking about this?
So risk management really, in the simplistic state, is simply managing risk. All organizations, no matter what they do, how big or small they are, face an enormous amount of risk every day in their day-to-day operations. Helping them to understand and identify and manage and control the various risks that they face every day will put them in a position for success, not only in the near future, but also for the longevity as well. And a lot of risks not only affect the company themselves, but also their employees and their customers and the general public as well. So being able to effectively manage risk is extremely important for all businesses.
So why don't more businesses do this?
I think really it's just because a lot of businesses don't really know where to begin. I think they all understand that they have risk and they feel in some way they are managing it throughout their day-to-day operations. But when organizations sit down and really take a hard look at the various risks and exposures and opportunities that exist within the organization, they may find that there's a gap between what they believe they're doing and possibly what they need to do.
Risk management is much more than slips, trips, and falls. What kind of risks will students learn about in our risk management program?
So the program itself really covers off many of the various risks that organizations will face on a day-to-day basis. The great thing about the program that McMaster is offering is that risk management has really evolved from the traditional risk, where they used to look at hazard risk only, to the enterprise risk management, which is a very holistic view of all the risks that affect an organization. So it's gone beyond just focusing on one type of risk and onto a whole bunch of other risks that the organizations will face. So it really will appeal to a number of different students that are looking to evolve in their understanding of risk, regardless of what industry or organization they work for.
Earlier in the presentation, I mentioned or I talked about the CRM designation. But from your perspective, why is the designation important? And do people working in the field need to have the designation to work as a risk manager?
Yeah, so the CRM designation, in my opinion, is extremely important. What that does is it shows others that you've taken the time and opportunity to better educate yourself in effectively managing, identifying, and controlling risks. As far as the designation in getting promotions and advancing within careers and being a risk manager, it's not a mandatory requirement in a lot of different fields to have your CRM designation, but it clearly is a differentiator which will put you above the pack when you're looking to advance within your career, and it does show that you've got the increased knowledge that others who do not have the designation may not know.
Do you see any changes or trends happening in risk management as you think about the future of this industry?
Yeah, absolutely. So the biggest trends right now is when you look at emerging risks. And when you look at the cyber risks that are out there, when you look at the technology changes, when you look at the self-driving vehicles, there is so much going on in the world today. Risks that we used to have in the past that we thought were critical are nowhere near what they are in the future. And the evolving trends are really creating that environment where organizations need to not only be aware of the risks that they're dealing with today, but also the risks that they're going to have to deal with in the future and how to effectively manage them so the organizations can remain sustainable.
What advice would you give professionals who are trying to grow in the risk field?
So my advice would be to continue to look at all types of risks, both positive and negative. So the traditional risk management dealt with hazard risks, which were negative risks to an organization only. In the future, and as we do it today, organizations really need to look at managing risk, both those that will have a negative impact, but also those that can have a positive impact and help the organization to exploit those risks and grow and develop as well. The other thing I would say is continuing your education would be extremely important. With the changes in society, with the disrupted society, with the risks changing on a day-to-day basis and the emerging risks in the future, what we worry about today is not what we're going to be worried about in the future. So continuing your education as well is extremely important.
That's a great segue to my last question, which is why should people enroll in our risk management program?
I think regardless of whether you're in the industry right now that involves risk management or whether you're looking to get into it as a new career, the evolving world of risk management continues to grow on a day-to-day basis, and more organizations are starting to recognize and understand that managing risk and identifying them and being able to manage risks effectively so that you can help your organizations not only grow for the future but sustain themselves and make sure that they're meeting all government requirements is extremely important. Our program will allow students to get a very broad view of what risk management is, how it works, and how they can use it in their day-to-day operations and organizations and advancement in their career to better serve their organizations.
So thanks to John for that quick presentation. And so now we're at the very end of our presentation for the day. But please know we are very, very good at returning emails and telephone calls. So if you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to ask through either email or by phoning the phone number that's up on the screen right now. I thank you so much for all of your time and attention today, and I hope that we get to see some of these names in class in the future. Thanks very much, and have a great rest of your afternoon.